What is good, Battlefielders? This is your porno-playing, part panther, post-pubescent, premium-paying, poppycock popping pal, Kuzu Ranger coming at you from Japan. A lot of you are probably excited about Armored Kill, so I've got some more footage of that for you. But really, I wanted to talk about the new patch, since there was quite a lot of changes that's going to affect everyone. Now, I'm not going to go through every single detail from the patch notes, but I will cover what I think are the major changes and give you reasons why. You can go check out the official list from DICE, which I'll leave in the descriptions below. And let me be perfectly honest, there is a general pattern of what happens with weapons in this game. First, lazy kids spam forums with questions like, "What's the best gun?" or "What gun should I use?" Then when enough people voice their opinion, that gets set in stone as the new best weapon, which then gets overused, abused, and then people get upset when they get fucking screwed over by it, and suck and then cry and complain to DICE, who then nerf it in the next patch to repeat the whole goddamn cycle. Alright, so let's get to this. First up, there's some minor tweaks to a wide range of guns, most notably the M416, F2000, FAMAS, KH2002, MK3A1, Jackhammer, JNG90, the MG36, the SVD, Pechneg, Scar H, the AN94. All of these got their reload times slightly decreased. I think they did this to give incentive to using some of the lesser used guns in each of its classes, or to balance out some previous nerfs like the F2000 and the FAMAS getting fucked. Now, a pretty significant change was made to the M93 Raffica, having its damage and range reduced, though its recoil was reduced for a smoother burst action to counter this reduced damage. So why do this? Well, I think it's because too many people were getting killed with the gun, so of course pansies have to cry about it, and then it gets nerfed. Now, I've been using this for my permanent sidearm for quite a while, and yet I still have more kills with the G18 Glock, so it's not like I was overusing this, but it was definitely a good gun to have as a recon for a sidearm for personal defense. Now, a long overdue change was finally given to the AA, the anti-armor guns like the Tunguska, letting them have higher damage against infantry, which even DICE admitted they nerfed it into oblivion last time for the last patch. So now, instead of taking like 30 seconds to kill a guy not even moving, hopefully they regain some of their oomph that they once had when the game first came out, although that was too strong. Additionally, AA guns now also properly do damage to tanks again, which is obviously needed for Armored Kill. A pretty minor change to some, but the coaxial HMG, the heavy machine gun, had its bullet velocity increased, making it easier to hit targets over longer ranges. I see this as an intentional balance for screwing over the Canister Shell, and since the HMG is the least used of the attack upgrades for vehicles. Another significant change to heavy barrel with assault rifles is that their range bonus has been reduced, meaning damage drops off sooner. So that means it may take an extra shot to kill guys at medium to long range, which actually is a pretty big deal if you're playing with this attachment all the time. I think it was DICE's way of saying we don't want everyone doing well with assault rifles, so we're going to keep you in check. But yeah, whatever. On the flip side, suppressors got a slight range bonus for most assault rifles, carbines, and LMGs. I'm pretty happy with that decision because silencers are always handy to have when you're flanking and trying to be that sneaky fuck who squad wipes from nowhere. Probably the biggest surprise for most people is the nerfing of the two most common and most used weapons for support and engineer respectively, namely the M16A3 and the M4A1, the automatic versions of both. They both get their recoil increased to make them less appealing, I think was the words that DICE used. In other words, enough people got on the forums and complained that these guns were too good, so hey, let's change them. And actually, while I feel this nerf was unnecessary, I really do, I'm not exactly crying either, because I'm a big fan of using weapons people don't hoard the shit out of, so to me this is a good thing, and it could spice things up a bit. With all these changes, including some slight buffs to the M416, I'm not saying it's going to be the new gun, but we should see a greater variety of assault rifles in use. Notice I say should, right? And here is another biggie. Removed IR flares from chopper gunners. As DICE explained, a driver and gunner both using flares before this patch had the potential to be invincible from lock-on missiles. Yeah, when you have two guys working together, they can't get shot down. They can't. So all you chopper whores can bend over and lube up, seriously. They finally made it fair for us lowly ground infantry. You know, in the past few days since the patch, I've probably had as many Igla and Stinger kills as I've had in the last fucking 10 months. Now this doesn't mean choppers are foobar all of a sudden. It just means now the pilot actually has to use some skill and take cover when under heavy fire, and it means us infantry actually have a fair chance to take you faggots out. And no offense if you actually like playing in choppers, but just don't abuse it all the time. That's not what Battlefield is about. Play on the grounds once in a while. Come on. Here's one that people can take either way. This is my take on it. There's greater accuracy when firing with the LMGs, 5 of them, while standing. Now I think I get what DICE is trying to do here, and I dig it. So by now we all know that bipods make LMGs into camper-friendly killing machines. And then there's those people with the LMGs who go run and gun and fucking spam fire and kill with it very well on tight maps, you know. So I think this decision was to get support players to not play like douchebags and give incentive for people to try and play it with a little class and not just abuse something. But you know, I doubt people are going to change. Another one of the changes that shows DICE does listen too much is the 44 Magnum getting its rate of fire reduced. Well, why? Because too many people were getting owned up close. And in my opinion, it's not the rate of fire that needs to change, it's the goddamn 60 damage. That's just too powerful, but whatever. Now this next one was clearly a response to community feedback as well. That is slightly increasing the radius of the maximum damage the 40mm LVG does. This is the second to last gun in Gunmaster mode. Now why change this? Well, because no one can fucking kill with it in Gunmaster mode. Now hopefully it won't take 10 deaths to move up the tier and go for that last kill. They also changed it so the jackhammer uses flechette rounds instead of frag rounds. Well, because frag rounds are just fucking dumb. They were too powerful before, and now they're just too weak. So give us something that's in between. Good. That's a good one. Now, some of these changes are definitely going to make a lot of impact. Some people not even realize what's happening. Others just have to change the gameplay drastically. But the most anticipated change for me personally is that the SKS Heavy Barrel is now unlockable, baby. That's just going to make this an even better killing machine, increasing the range before damage drops off, giving me a little extra chance to get some kills at that medium to long range distance, which I friggin' love. Now, I don't consider this overpowered, but it definitely is a welcome change, so thank you for this one, DICE. Now, anyone hating on the SKS, I hope there aren't, but if you are, understand that this is a semi-automatic rifle that is obviously firing much slower than any standard assault rifle. Yet it was never designed to be a marksman-style sniper rifle either. So it's only fair that it's given the opportunity of a heavy barrel like other rifles. And if you think about it, coincidentally, I don't know, the range bonus for a heavy barrel was decreased, as I mentioned before. Maybe that was done with the SKS in mind. Who knows? So those are most of the major patch changes that I thought would affect me the most. Maybe some of you guys, maybe not, but whatever. You can go look up the full list below in the description. Thanks for watching, guys. Do remember to like, favorite, and share this video. Sub me if you want to see more vids like this. And as always, leave your comments below. I will get back to you. Thanks for watching. This has been Kuzu Ranger. Peace.